This is the 4th anniversary of my very first racing channel is NEGLJABLE WTF, and which means some sort of edit for something like as well. It has been 4 years and 1 day ago, as I might going to be react here for this for only one problem, and probably not sure. This isn't going to be for around here. We still have any 401 subscribers, and it got almost 17,000 views, and it has been joined for December 13, 2020. And this is absolutely for a 15-year-old speed racer, but I'm not very sure. I'm an 18-year-old person for some sort of an adult as well. We're looking for some videos, and we're gonna be showing for some oldest like there for to do this as well. So we're not doing for some sort of a popularism as well, for some kind of a little bit for those things is some kind of a little bit as well. So am I gonna be doing for just a little bit as well, and it got for a low amount of views as well. So this isn't going to be for such as a little bit for recommendations as well, as we scrolled all the way up as well. So the first thing is the future of motorsports wasn't going to be for a thing. The first LMP1 content is going to be the Daytona circuit for a hot lap updated as well, and which is going to be for a zigzag chicane in the final turn before the start finish isn't going to be for such a thing. So I'm gonna be going for inside of this, and I'll be trying to do like itself for to do this as well. Forget about ads bad like these and making of these videos. Things have just completely, I was so bored at this thing as well. So am I gonna be doing for just a little bit as well, because I'm not gonna be worried. Some videos are going to be louder than this time as well. So we're not gonna be started to react, and we're gonna be started all the way for this right now. I modified the chicane update for this thing as well, because I got my mouse cruiser on, and especially that we just turning something into Daytona circuit like it was, like Pretty had absolutely tried to do so as well. So I added probably for the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo Lucine, including that added for something like Formula 1s, Pagani Zonas, and McLaren like this car for the 720S GT3, and of course there is a Nissan GTR Nismo spec as well. So not try over here, because the radio has been exist since I just recorded right here by the end of 2020, and it's not gonna be always for a long time as well, because we just eventually recorded around for 10 minutes, and after the video is absolutely going to be ended as well. So as we take a look at for those some laps as well, because I just did for something I like here for going for around 4 laps as well. So after that is absolutely checking in for a record as well. So as you can see, there must be some sort of for the chicane, as we're going to be playing this for a little bit as well. It does sound like a Formula 1 car as well. Wait. Oh, wait. There must be for another one. So I might gonna be going for a little bit just close as well. So sometimes that thing is going to be braking for a little bit early as well, and probably that is pretty sound as hell as well. So it's gonna be braking a little bit one before some sort of final turn. The first thing is the final turn is actually look like this, and hit the cut of the corner wasn't going to be for actually trying to do this as well. And it's absolutely going to be ran over the curb, which means corner cut as well. I'm not sure. This isn't going to be for a real corner cut as well. And another one is the real final chicane from NASCARs as well. And the final turn is absolutely going to be for right here before headed out to start and finish. Sometimes that is not going to be in the case for a round of this turn, and which is absolutely for some sort of full turn as well. but I just did as we headed up to start to finish as well. As we seen for the final results, wasn't actually going to be for around here. So I just used for some sort of an account as well. But the maximum attack was going to be in the final lap. Really think this isn't going to be even possible as well. So we're checking out of the final lap. I'm pretty sure we just added for multiple of supercars and hypercars around of its thing as well. So probably this isn't going to be for around for 20 minutes. Absolutely for 20 minutes of this video as well. We didn't see for some sort of video. We just added for some sort of 4GT. I'm not sure that we remembered as well. We added Veneno, the Toyota GT1, and the Lamborghini Huracan, the Tire Slayer, and the TSO40 itself for right here, and the 787B just for one thing as well. And probably for many more supercars as well as the Koenigsegg Jesko, and I'm not pretty sure that it was. So let's begin the final lap and what we're not gonna be seeing for it was. But last lap, I just did for something like an accident as well. But I'm very not sure this isn't going to be for such as one accident for just a little bit either. So we're in the 4th lap. I think this is absolutely for the 5th lap as well. Oh my gosh. I did for an accident it just for the 1st lap. But I'm not sure that we cannot believe it. That isn't going to be for just like this thing as well. So I'm not very sure. That's my bad for just a little bit this thing as well. So we're headed out into the final lap. I think this is absolutely for 5 laps that I just absolutely going to be survive without going to be for like this thing as well. So I'm gonna be keeping on the curves alive as well as I'm watching for seeing for this for super maximum attack like this. So when I was in the Roblox studio, this is absolutely that is supposed to be. If this is absolutely going to be for really one thing as the standard license around here is this video. So I might catch up for just only for under 1 minute and 10 seconds faster than a Top Gear, blasting all the way to around 300 miles an hour. I just cut here, but not here as well, but I just deserve for a lot of penalties as well. Blasting over 200 miles an hour wasn't going to be for a perfect thing. I just ridiculously cut the corner, but I just survived for 6th lap as well. And that is the total laps as well. As you can see, that must be the cooldown lap that we had as well. And I was probably back in the pits as well, and outside of the racetrack. The results are probably that hit around for 1 minute and 10 seconds. And finally, at the 6th lap, I blasted all the way to 1 minute and 8 seconds, .496. And that is the world record, and that I just ever seen for a cheated lap in Daytona 2017. The next video, it was going to be really loud, as I'm probably going to be making sure that I'm not going to be using for some sort of using for an A chassis as well. And am I going to be doing this something as well as we're going to be playing as well. Explosions as for some sort of not the anti-lag as well. The car is Apollo S. The Gumbert Apollo S. The car is Gumbert Apollo S, and it backfires for explosions. Before I might going to be started as well, I redlined before starting as hell. I'm not gonna be very sure. The car startup is just sound as a rape as well. And I just start all the way, blasted as faster gears as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. this car has actually crashed down as well. The car sends flying up into the air and slammed down for the crash landing. That was insanely cursed as hell. Another clip isn't going to be for what exactly isn't going to be another thing as well. So, I might gotta be blasted a little bit as well, but I'm not sure. That was a fail for another time as well. So, this car called Gumbert Apollo, and it has failed in Sand Dunes Rails. I mean, it fails in Sand Dunes Raceway, but it absolutely damaged itself for a lot of times. If I turn itself hard, I crashed. That's what happens. That doesn't going to be for making itself for one reason. It blasted all the way for one thing as well. And it does sounds like for something like it's going to be going for red line. And the video ends by not completing a lap as well. And because due to waste of time, and that I'm not able to do like anything as well. So, due to lack of bad luck and shame as well, I might gonna be doing something very seriously. But unfortunately, I'm unable to be playing for around Roblox Studio like itself from 4 years ago. The best thing that we're gonna be completed as well is going to be with humps as well for some sort of like those things. The speed bumps are absolutely like some sort of like these as well, but humps that can absolutely jump it all the way, and it was like a speed breaker for some sort of an unknown reason as well. Should I able to be jumping over with a Toyota TSO 40? And we're pretty sure this is actually for one thing as well. Am I gonna be turning up for a volume as well? But that does sounds like a V8 as well, because I just eventually redlined itself for one reason. I jumped almost over it because something like for speed bumps as hell. It's not even for that a little bit good as well, but I'm not very sure. I won't be able to be fast as hell because I just did a bad luck as well for something like going all the way for around here. So let's just skip all the way for around for some sort of image as well, as we just escaped all the way from its well, from the wilderness as well. So I'm not very sure this is then going to be kind of a little bit real, and I'm not sure that we're heading back into the desert, but this is where I just left off the road, but things have just prohibited me for some sort of an unknown reasons for just ungrouping this as well, and this is how we just rejoin back as well. There must be chicanes a little bit as well, just like in the red line scene from anime as well. And I just going to be left off road onto this track as well, back in the woods, and probably headed onto inside of this things as well. There must be sky ramps or some sort of speed breakers. And I don't really think there must be a little hump as well. I think there's a speed breaker over here for right itself. Onto the lake and back into the deserts from the Sand Dunes Raceway. So we're back at the Sand Dunes like this. And there's no humps like those things as by the way. There's a hard turn. And this is where you can going through around for this jump as well. And I didn't make it through as well. But that was some sort of a bad shape like over here. Like jumping all the way for this as well. And nothing as well that we're just going to be jumping through as well. As we speak it out for just jumping around here through as well. I just going to shot a wrong angle. As we seen it right over here. But I just made it through, and we just made it through across the second hump, and then I just crashed landing in the wrong angle. Hits the wall, and probably that's not going to be for something a little bit good. So there's more humps to go for a little bit as well. And there must be speed breakers over here. Back in the sands. I really definitely think but this section was contains for around speed breakers. Looks like little humps that looks like speed breakers for some sort of an Indonesian thing as hell. And the final one is absolutely going through the large hill onto the final some sort of for a toilet turns, and the last jump could be absolutely like this before the start and finish. And anyways, I just probably added for likely for the 919 Hybrid Evo 787B, the SSC Tuatara, the Pagani Zonda R, and Lamborghini Veneno. So it's absolutely that we're just finishing like this, and end this video for some sort of a clip as well, and probably look like in style. The next thing is that I just completely removed all the humps and all parts of the Sand Dunes Raceway, so I can maximum attack for in one thing as really possibly as well. I just absolutely try to slow down as very fast as possible before some kind of a turn as well. As we're speaking, going away all the way for something as well, and blasting all the way up to do this as well. I didn't going for a maximum attack as well, and I just absolutely that we're looking see for some sort of thing as well. And the most of the humps, that all the humps have just removed because it pretends like it was a racetrack itself, because some sort of decals like this wasn't probably like actually real for some sort of off-road things as hell, without being using for some sort of a suspension as well. So even that must be for some sort of gravel area. It's just removed like this, and many other kinds of things as well. I just almost hit the fence, and hit the fence for just some sort of mistake, and just like all over to do this as well. And it's just absolutely continued to do this as well. Now you'd see the parts was absolutely that I just removed some of the humps over here as well, because due to itself for wrong angles for keeping on doing this as well, so I just decided to eliminate all the humps as well, because I was some sort of a bad luck as well. Even that I just hit the fence, and the worst of all, I just did a worst mistake of all for some sort of one thing as well. Smashed upon for a little bit as well. We're now going to be having for a little bit for an LMP1 content for this thing as well. And also we just completely removed the humps for any of those things. And the big one is really possibly to do this as well, because I probably didn't absolutely trust to do this, because due to actually for a waste of time. And that is my conclusion to the end of this video as well. So, and that's it. You enjoy when I just react for one of these videos for round itself that I just react, please sure that the something is absolutely going to be in description. Could be is my in channel like this thing as well. So probably the channel is going to be linked in description below, and 3 videos isn't going to be for linked around here for this thing as well. If some videos are being taken down a little bit as many more of as well, I think this is the first probably like itself for one thing as well. I'm probably very sure that could be for my first vlogging as well. I'm not sure, this is not vlogging as well for to do this as well, like posting for some sort of these things as well, patting my dog as well as my white dog, as really possible to do this as well. So I cannot believe it for just only for one thing as well. So this is not gonna be going for around here. This is absolutely for Hot Wheels. This is for you like this, like anything as well. But things have just absolutely didn't restore the videos, just like I would just completely attempted for just one reason as well. So it's been 20 minutes like this as well for real. And thanks for watching, as I'm gonna be see you all later into the next video. And I'm probably sure I'll be see you mini lads and racing geeks all later, as I'm gonna be signing off. So thanks for watching.